Greetings and salutations, my lovely little Bytelings. My name is Wiggy, and today I want to talk about an upcoming Sandbox MMORPG you may or may not know even exists. Now, the MMORPG in question is Saga of Lucimia. Now, before I continue, I'm gonna point out that this is a very strange game, as it does away with the normal tropes that you usually find in MMORPGs. They tend to stick to the same kind of formula. Now, this game instead tries to focus on player interaction and instill cooperation and teamwork amongst other players. So now, the things that are different from this than other MMORPGs, to start off, there is no minimap anywhere, no dedicated questing locations like the center of a town where a bunch of NPCs gather in, say, a market district, and no solo content. Everything in the game is designed for team play, consisting from 3 to 4 player required content to 8-man dungeons. Besides this, there are also no classes within the game. You can shape and morph your character as you want while leveling, and pick from a variety of skills, not locked to any classes, as there are no classes. Now, as I said just prior, there are no dedicated questing locations. Well, there are also no giant exclamation points, scrolls, question marks, or literally anything to identify that this NPC has a quest for you to take. So in order to find quests in this MMORPG, you will need to converse with the NPCs you see within towns, or when you're wandering around the open world and you see an NPC. These NPCs could potentially have quests. Some of these quests could give massive rewards, as you really couldn't tell, as there's no way to signify that this NPC has a quest. While you're roaming around this open world sandbox MMORPG, you will need to actively interact with the world and use your eyes for once. Search houses and manually explore, as there's no autopathing, or glowing circles on your minimap that tell you where to go, as there is no minimap. So in order to find out what you have to do for a quest, you'll have to read your quest journal and see where it says you need to go. Do you have to go northeast from X location? Then you have to go northeast. Saga of Lucimia seems to be trying to take this MMORPG back to how games used to be. Back when you had to actually explore, back when you had to use your eyes, back when you had to read quests in order to find out what you had to do, before all of the autopathing, with generally stiff character movements and combat, as is found in a lot of Western MMORPGs. But this is of course an alpha, so it's idiotic to complain about animations in an alpha when they're still technically being worked on. But I know you guys will end up complaining at some point, so I wanted to point out it is an alpha. Try not to judge it too harshly. So yeah, like I said, this is a very strange MMORPG, but an interesting one at the same time. Thus the reason I'm talking about it, as I'm sure some of you guys are intrigued by this MMORPG. Now obviously this isn't released as of yet, as I did state at the beginning, upcoming MMORPG, but it has so far entered multiple tests, and it is in early access alpha testing. This still means if you want to try it out, you could, but alphas are the definition of bug-rilled, unpolished versions of games. Prepare yourself to run into issues when you play it. Also, if you did want to play it, even with it being in the alpha phase, as it is in early access, you will need to buy it, as that's how early access games seem to work nowadays. These early access packs vary in how expensive they are, ranging all the way from $40 to $1,000, with each version of the pack having different items, different benefits, or perks. Now this is of course a very brief summary of Saga of Lucimia. There is a bunch of information regarding it, and I'm not sure how many of you guys would actually want to sit through a 10-minute long video regarding just features from this MMORPG. So I'll leave it here, and if you'd actually like to read through the features yourself, feel free to follow the link I put into the description. But besides that, thank you guys very much for watching up until this point, and as always, good day, night, or afternoon, wherever it is where you are, and I will see you guys in the next video.
We fell out of love like shooting stars, came crashing down, and we're building back up again now. I see your heart, see your mind.